Imagine networking with a vibrant mix of people, all while sipping some coffee and enjoying some traditional East African food. Well, imagine no more, because your chance for that is here. What's up, everybody? I am your host, Ermias Aguas here, host of the Black Experience podcast. And over a month ago, I won a grant to produce 4 in-depth episodes highlighting and spotlighting local Black creatives here in the Pioneer Square area. And now to culminate that, to bring that to the heart of Pioneer Square, I'm culminating this project with a community event on June 28th at 5 p.m. right here at Color Studio where I record my podcast. Now, before we get into depth in that, let's recap those 4 episodes that I produced, who I highlighted, and what we learned from them. First up, our launch episode featured fashion stylist Sophia of Sophia So Fly and creative genius Fuego of Ignited Minds. From this episode, they showed us that creativity isn't just about what you make, but it's about who you uplift in the process. Sophia broke down how thrifting shaped her identity. They showed us that creativity isn't just about what you make, but about who you uplift in the process. Together, they're fueling a creative renaissance, as I should say, right here in Pioneer Square, and especially here at Color Studio for all the members here. Incredible episode. Check it out. Don't miss it. Episode 2 featured Lizzie Hudson, a proud South African and the host of the Live to Thrive podcast. And what an episode we had with Lizzie. Lizzie's story is one of bold hearing. She shares on there the story of how she donated stem cells to a woman with leukemia, traveling all the way to Chicago with her husband to do so. On top of that, how Pioneer Square, the Seattle area, fuels her passion to produce the Live to Thrive podcast and produce those episodes. Her work reminds us that real change starts with courage and choosing courage over your comfort zone. And she indeed did that. I left inspired from that episode, and I know you will too, so don't miss that one out. Ever dreamed of turning a coffee shop chat into a movement? Well, that's Robel and Ermias, co-founders of the Up and Up Network, a network founded in 2018 that aims to cultivate culture through powerful, authentic storytelling. And what an episode that was, y'all. I mean, that episode was 2 powerhouses that I had right here sitting next to me, and we talked about so much. They dove into how Pioneer Square inspired them and how they build a platform amplifying voices, and why community-driven media matters and can bridge cultures together. From humble beginnings to now citywide impact, 7 years later, the Up and Up Network is a network to be a part of, and you don't want to miss that. And what an episode that we had in there. And finally, Binyam, a photographer whose lens speaks truth. Born and raised in Seattle with Ethiopian roots, Binyam uses photography as healing and activism. He shared on that episode a powerful trip to Tigray, Ethiopia, where he captured powerful images that still make him emotional, starting just at the age of 9 years old, right? With a portrait in his aunt's house that's still hanging there. From that to now being a photographer that the community knows. That was one special episode as well. In fact, in that episode, actually, we bonded over growing up here in the Yesler Terrace area around the neighborhood and how the culture here has shaped us. Now, why does this all matter? Those 4 episodes weren't just interviews. They were blueprints for a purpose-driven creativity, right? Whether you're an activist, an author, a firefighter, a photographer like Binyam and Fuego, whatever it may be, there is something for you here. There is inspiration. There's advice. There's someone else that's doing that creative genius that you want to do, that you can get inspired from, that you can learn from, that I've learned from, that I've gotten inspired from. And I've been inspired by each of their stories. I may not be a photographer like Binyam, but his story resonates with mine in terms of the upbringing. I may not be a fashion stylist like Sophia, but her inspiration and how that plays a role in her identity and building that confidence, that self-confidence that she now has in that identity inspired me. So whatever it is, there is something for you. June 28th at 5 p.m. here at Color Studio, I'm hosting a community event to culminate this project that I've done over the last month and a half, as well as a celebration of my podcast, y'all. This coming October will mark 3 years since my first ever episode. And here we are. What started off as a fun college project has now grown into something more, into my own little movement. And I could not have done it without each and every one of you. For everyone that's listening, that's been there since my college days when I first started this out as a joke, as something fun on the side, thank you. And for anyone that's joining, that's new, welcome to the team, welcome to the movement. So, let's celebrate culture, community, and creativity together. This is the Black Experience Pioneer Square Project, and we are just getting started. I'll see you all June 28th, 5 p.m. here at Color Studio. RSVP using the link down below. Hit that subscribe button, follow, hit that bell for all notifications. And until the very next one, y'all, peace. What is up, y'all? Thank you so much for tuning in to that episode. Make sure to click the subscribe, follow button, as well as the bell to get notified on all my new content that is coming out every Wednesday and every other day. And make sure to click that link in the description down below to get access to all my socials and any other platforms that I have my podcast on. And until next time, y'all, peace.